There we go. So I draw the arrows. You don't have to draw the arrows. If the arrows work for you, great. If you can do it in your head, that's fine. So x times x. What's x times x? X squared. Then that same x gets multiplied by the 2. What's x times 2? Then, which vending machine did you go to? The one in Colwood?
Good one, but then it's like broken.
But it costs more money. So we went upstairs and then have them back here.
And then the 3 gets multiplied by everything in the second bracket. So what's 3 times x? 3x. 3 times 2 is? Once you get to that point, what do? Collect all your like terms. You always collect your like terms. What are the only things that are alike in here? These two. 2x and 3x to give me 5x plus 6. That's it. That's all we're doing. It's the same as what we did at the beginning of class with this stuff and yesterday. It's just an extra expression. So, the negatives can get a little tricky. So you just have to watch your signs. A times 2a, what's that? 2a squared. A times negative 1. Negative a. Negative 7 times 2a. Negative what, sorry? Negative 14a. Negative 7 times negative 1 is positive 7. Watch your signs, please. What are the like terms? To give you? Negative 15a. That's what this bit becomes. So it's 2a squared minus 15a plus 7. Are we okay? All right. Now, what if you have variables on each term in the brackets? It's the exact same process. Okay? Again, just watch the signs, watch your exponents. So what's x times x? X squared, because we're adding the exponents, the ones. X times negative 5y. Yeah, none of it will really multiply together, so you just write negative 5xy. Then the 4y gets multiplied in to give you 4xy. And then what's the last expression term going to be? 4 times negative 5y. 4y times negative 5y is negative 20y squared, because 4 times negative 5 is negative 20. Y times y is y squared. Can you simplify this? The two middle terms. Negative 5xy plus 4xy is negative xy. Negative 1xy if you prefer, but are you seeing a pattern here of what simplifies? Let's start with that. The middle two terms, all right? It's the middle two terms that will combine if you do it in the order that I'm doing it in, okay? So this is called foiling. All FOIL stands for is first term in each bracket, that is this x being multiplied by this x. The outside terms, which is this x being multiplied by the 5y. the inside terms, which is the 4y being multiplied by the x, go away. And the last terms are the 4y and the negative 5y. That's what FOIL means. I don't expect you to remember what FOIL means. All I expect is that you remember that it's everything in this bracket times everything in this bracket. Draw the arrows. I've had people call it rainbowing. Okay? If you prefer that, I don't really care what you call it. I draw the arrows sometimes. You don't lose marks for drawing the arrows, and usually it helps you keep track of things. Okay? Is that okay? All right. What about D? What does that mean? 6a minus 5b all squared.
Would you put the squared to everything in the bracket?
You would think that, but that's not what it means. You're on the right track, though. I get, because if in previous examples, I've given you something like that, right? And you would write 4x squared.
Would you put it just to the 5b?
Nope. I like what you're thinking, though. If I said this, x squared, what does that mean? Means 1x squared, but it also means this, x times x, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if I give you 6a minus 5b all squared, how many 6a minus 5b's do I have? 2. This means this. Okay. So when you see two terms separated by a minus or subtraction or an addition sign, write it out like this. And then when you see that, what do you need to do? FOIL it. Okay? So we're going to FOIL this right now. So the 6a's get multiplied together. What is 6a times 6a? Sorry? 36a squared. 6a times negative 5b. What's 6 times negative 5? Negative 30ab. And then negative 5b times 6a is? Negative 30ab. It's the same thing. Negative 5 and 6 is 30. Negative. What's negative 5b times negative 5b? The last two. Positive 25b squared. Negative times a negative is a positive. What can you combine? Yeah. Those two to give you? And this, remember the last two terms. 25b squared. And that is the answer. Is that okay? This, I know this might seem tedious. It is super important because it shows up everywhere from now on. Math 10, Math 11, Math 12, Calculus, whatever math you're going to take. This is really, really important. And my grade 12s will mess that up. Not all of them, but some of them will mess that one up because they'll just think that you square each term and you don't. You have to remember that you expand it and collect your like terms. Okay. Here's what I would like you to do. Number 4. I would like you to do, which ones should we do for number 4? Let's do A, let's do D, let's do G and I. Okay. Then, numero 7, we need to do F, G, and H. Please.